On today's Mortal Kombat News Mashup, new mods give players a change of scenery, Boon teases new Kameo Fighters for Year 2, a fellow MK content creator has the community bothered, while another gets a big shout out. That and more. What's up guys, welcome to the Mortal Kombat News Mashup, where all the latest news in Mortal Kombat that you might have missed from the week. I've got an overstuffed episode for you, so let's get to the news. First up, the Chaos Reigns gameplay trailer for Cyrax released this week, and with it came new bios for Sector, Cyrax, and Noob Saibot. Starting off with Cyrax's bio, the free-thinking Lin Kuei. Cyrax was born into the Zaki, one of the Lin Kuei's many subclans. For generations, it has maintained a quiet presence in Niger's Air Mountains, where it stands ready to defend Earthrealm. A martial arts prodigy, Cyrax was the youngest Zaki to ever become an active Lin Kuei warrior. That success earned her an invitation to serve directly in her sector. Cyrax seized the opportunity with her trademark vigor, but while her skills have endeared her to Sector, her independent streak has not. Despite Sector's best efforts to break it, Cyrax's will remain untamed. She will serve the Lin Kuei on her terms or not at all. Moving on to Sector's bio, Master Armorer of the Lin Kuei. Sector grew up immersed in Lin Kuei culture. Her mother was a leading warrior, her father was its Master Armorer. Sector marveled at his flawless work. Apprenticing with him, she eventually surpassed her father's skills. When he retired, she took his place, but Sector also wanted to honor her mother's legacy. Now, her vast knowledge of weaponry and her formidable martial arts skills make Sector a combatant like no other. Sensing Sector was a kindred spirit, Sub-Zero shared with her his grand vision for the Lin Kuei's future. She joined his efforts immediately. Now Sub-Zero's most trusted lieutenant, Sector will force the Lin Kuei to evolve. Those who cannot change will be eliminated. And finally with Noob Saibot's bio. Bi-Han perfected. As Sub-Zero, Bi-Han was the Lin Kuei's ruthless grandmaster. He dreamed of making his clan a dominant force in Earthrealm, but Bi-Han and his dreams died at the hands of the godly Havoc from another timeline. This Havoc stole Bi-Han's soul, using it to create the perfect henchman, Noob Saibot. Like his creator, Noob Saibot is dedicated to fomenting anarchy. He will not rest until all forms of authority are eradicated. What are your thoughts on these characters' updated backstories? Let me know below. In addition to new character bios, MK players also got their hands on a new skin this week. On Friday, the official Mortal Kombat Twitter page announced that all players would receive the free Johnny Cage Earthrealm Action Hero Infiltrator skin. The skin shown by user Ice Cream comes in two color palettes, a navy silver gray and a white gold bronze color scheme. Are you going to support the new Johnny Cage skin? Let me know in the comments down below. In MK mod news, a new mod gives players a change of scenery. Ice Cream on Twitter shared a mod by user Sha'ar72537611 that gives the character select screen in Mortal Kombat 1 a winter season scenery. Aside from the snow covering the trees and ground, we also get a snowman. Very festive. If winter doesn't get you excited, another mod for the character select screen, this one from user Ermiser, showcases the various MK1 stages as the background. With the 19 arenas available so far, and possibly new ones coming once Chaos Reigns drops, you always have a variety when picking your fighter of choice. Moving on to MK Onslaught news, yes, you heard me right, MK Onslaught, even with the game shuttering, it's not going out without a bang. Last week, user Lord Legion 0484 on Twitter shared with the Thinny his findings from MK Onslaught, and boy do players who stayed with MK Onslaught get a final hurrah. In his shared post, he said, "At the Thinny, millions of gifts so you can level and finish history mode, be careful on your choosing, and it will be easy at level 25, Sub-Zero voice, gift from developers closing the game," and attached two screenshots showing the rewards the game awarded players. In the first screenshot, you can see that one reward received was titled Coins Gift and was worth 50 million coins. That's a lot of dough. In another screenshot, you can get the full details behind MK Onslaught's player appreciation event. Greeting combatants, please enjoy a special player appreciation gift before the game's official close on October 21st, 2024. All available feature fighter summons will be running from now until October 21st, so you can add more of your favorite fighters to your collection. The gift includes 5,000 Master Orbs, 10,000 Skull Orbs, 1 million coins, 10,000 Arena Medals, 1 million Fighter XP, and 5,000 Blood Crystals. The Thinny's response to Lord Legion 0484's information was, Mortal Kombat Onslaught is making it easier to get the Sub-Zero announcer for free by giving everyone generous rewards before the shutdown. He even clarified that the Sub-Zero announcer is for MK1 and will remain after you receive the reward in the game, in a response to user Synthetic Studios. Up next, Boon pulled MK fans on Twitter, giving them a tease at the possible Kameo Fighters we could see for Year 2. In Ed's tweet, he said, "In a meeting with Design, we threw around ideas for Mortal Kombat 1 Year 2 Chaos Reign Kameo Fighters. Some names that came up included Blanche, the MKX Old Lady, Kid Thunder, MK2 Raiden Friendship, Invincible, Omni's Man's Son, and Chucky. Who would you like to see the most? There would be some great team-ups. Raiden plus Kid Thunder, Omni-Man plus Invincible, Ghostface plus Chucky, and anybody plus Blanche, smiley face." The final results showed that players want Invincible as the next guest cameo with 38.3% of the vote, then Chucky with 33.6% of the vote, followed by Blanche with 17.1% of the vote, and Ken Thunder with 11% of the vote. Many fans mentioned that they'd love to see Madame Bo over Blanche, but we could possibly see her later in the game in future combat packs. Of the Kameo Fighters listed in Ed's poll, which do you want to see? And if your pick isn't listed, who do you want to see next in Mortal Kombat 1? And finally, while I don't usually like to cover divisive content on the channel, I went ahead and decided to cover this topic because it's come up more than once now and it's causing a lot of buzz throughout the MK community. So let's just kind of get into it. So if you're not familiar, MK content creator Total MK has shared his thoughts, not once, but multiple times now, on the race and gender in relation to Cyrax and Sector. I want to also preface by saying that I know that a lot of people on social media are sharing clips of what he's saying, or screenshots, and giving their 2 cents about how they feel about the issue, and that's all fine. But I would encourage you, if you're watching this video and you are familiar with the topic, or maybe not as familiar, I would encourage you to go watch his videos in full to get the kind of full context of what he's saying. So that way you just have all the facts, and that way you can kind of fully understand, and you can make your own consensus, decision on how you feel about the situation. Nonetheless, like I said, he does mention that the race and gender swaps of characters, and again, this is bothering the MK community a lot. He thinks it's more like a political statement that Ed Boon and other studios are kind of making to kind of satisfy the status quo, the majority, and he's just not happy about that. I think he's saying the way he's saying it, and how often he's saying it, and the anime, he's getting all animated and stuff like that. I think he's just strictly doing that for shock value, and he just wants you to watch his videos and to get people talking about him. And case in point, here I am talking about it now. I didn't want to mention it last time because I've done numerous MK News mashups and I haven't talked about him till now. So here we are talking about him, but I kind of want to talk about him in a way to kind of put him to rest. So that's my approach with this. So I will say that while I don't agree with his views and opinions, that's as far as I'm going to go with that. I don't agree with what he's saying. It's okay. It's okay that I don't agree with what he's saying. Everyone is entitled to their opinions, and he can express them as he wants, whether we agree with them or not. I am going to make the suggestion, even though, like I said, I'm discussing it now, that if he continues to share his opinion the way he wants, and that doesn't agree with you or me, we just don't watch what he's saying and don't share him on social media. I think nowadays we've gotten to this kind of routine of trying to cancel people, and with what they say and do, and because that goes against the majority, I think there's a better way to handle it. Like in this situation, I think if we just don't give it any energy or attention, it doesn't bother us and it goes away on its own. So in saying all that, I again would encourage each of you watching this video, or if you're seeing this post on social media, I would encourage you to not share his video online anymore. I would encourage you not to comment on his video or anything about him on social media. That's not to say, I'm not saying that to say I don't want you to share your opinion. By all means, share your opinion, but just realize that the more you give life to this, the more he's going to want to keep sharing his thoughts. And I know that he's been around for a while. I know he's had a YouTube channel for a long time, so I know that he's not going to go away, and I'm not asking him to go away. I'm just saying that I think even more of like the out of sight, out of mind approach, and it's almost kind of like a natural cancellation in that sense. Like I said, if you just don't give it energy, you don't give it life, it's hard for it to spread, and it just stays in his corner and doesn't affect anybody else. So that's the approach I would take. Now, in saying that, I'm totally fine with you sharing your thoughts about Total MK and sharing your thoughts about how you feel about the race and gender of Cyrax and Sector. I just ask that you be better than him and just be respectful. Let's just be respectful of one another. All right, we can do that. I think we can do that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'd say about it. I don't want to get too much into the race thing or even like the gender, because to me personally, like I said, it doesn't bother me at all that Cyrax and Sector are in this iteration female, and it doesn't bother me that that Cyrax is not white. I never have had a problem with this. I've grown up with Mortal Kombat. He has not been white for a very long time. Back since Mortal Kombat Gold and Advance, back, that far back. So it doesn't bother me. I've thought that Mortal Kombat was very diverse. Um, I mean, it's a game made by white guys molded after Japanese martial arts. So, I mean, that says it all right there. But nonetheless, it doesn't bother me about that. As far as being women this time around, or even not, I mean, I don't care if they were women, if they were full robots, if they were aliens, I don't care what they would be. It's just with this new timeline, trying to reboot, be iterations, kind of taking the MCU's multiverse approach. That's just how they wanted to do it. And I don't think that's checking off any, I don't see it as checking off a box like you mentioned, DEI or any other political. I don't see it doing, I'm not seeing it that way. Y'all might have varying opinions. Again, let me know below, but I'm not seeing it. When I see a non-white Cyrax who's female in a female sector, I don't see that as being a political checkbox. I don't read a lot of politics in this game, so maybe that's why. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, moving on to a positive note about another MK content creator, I wanted to give a huge shout out before we end today's episode to Future Boy Who. I follow him on Twitter and on YouTube. He's a very nice guy. He recently, I kind of pointed out to him, I had a chance to shoot him a shout out on a video recently, but since I'm making one, I'm doing it now. He got shout out in a comicbook.com article talking about Mortal Kombat 1's potential Combat Pack 3. And it was referencing a YouTube video or information from a YouTube video that Future Boy Who made. So I shared that with him. I think that's totally awesome. I feel like once you've hit the trades, you've staked your name in the Mortal Kombat, community very, very well. So huge shout out to him. I encourage you to give him some love on YouTube. Go watch his videos. Go give him some subscriber love if you haven't subscribed to his channel. Follow him on Twitter. He's always quick to get a video out, quick to get a post out anytime news comes out. So go show him some love on Twitter, go follow him, and yeah, just go congratulate him on being one of the pillars of our MK community. And that's it for today's video. So guys, if you enjoyed, hit that like button. If you want more like this one, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the mashup.